few years ago, one of our now former presidents was attending a fundraiser here in Charleston. A little boy had set up a lemonade stand along a residential street, and as the president's motorcade came by, the presidential limousine came to a stop, and the president hopped out of the limousine, went over and bought a cup of lemonade from the little boy. Well, obviously that made the news. Here, the most powerful man in the world had taken a moment to have a personal interaction with this one little boy. Well, let me tell you a story that's even better than that, one even more powerful than the president, who came to dwell among us. Stick around, we'll talk about that right now. In Matthew's account of the arrival of Jesus in Matthew chapter 1, he includes a reference to an Old Testament prophecy from Isaiah. Let me read Matthew 1 and verse 23 to you. He says, "Behold, the virgin shall be with child, and bear a son, and they shall call his name Emmanuel," which is, being interpreted, God with us. That word, God with us, encapsulated in the word Emmanuel, speaks volumes to the fact that God didn't send an emissary, God didn't send some gift to us delivered by remote control, but God himself came to dwell among us. There's a poem by Roy Lesson that speaks of this very well. Let me read it to you. If our greatest need had been information, God would have sent us an educator. If our greatest need had been technology, God would have sent us a scientist. If our greatest need had been money, God would have sent us an economist. If our greatest need had been pleasure, God would have sent us an entertainer. But our greatest need was forgiveness, so God sent us a Savior. Yes, God with us. Jesus came and experienced the entire human condition to teach us, to reveal God to us, and ultimately to die on the cross to become the Savior of all who would believe in him. Let me encourage you this holiday season, with all of its busyness, that you take time to enjoy the ongoing fellowship and relationship that we can have with our Savior. Maybe carve out some time for Bible reading. Maybe make sure you include some time for prayer in your busy schedule. Make sure you get to church and worship with other believers. And worship and honor and enjoy this God who came to dwell among us.